Hey guys, Thundera here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my other videos. Today we're back in The Sims and we're building, so let's get to it. Okay, so we are building on the Comfortably Canal Side lot in Nordhaven, which is the world that came with businesses and hobbies. I am building an ice cream / candy shop with an apartment above. And I don't know, I just really felt, I set out just to build an ice cream shop, but it just kind of evolved into, well, there's only so much ice cream, so let's throw in candy too. And then just the colors, I used a little bit of pastel yellow, and then I used a lot of pastel pink and pastel blue, so it kind of ended up being like cotton candy vibes. So yeah. The apartment above is a 1-bed, 1-bath. You do have a bathroom downstairs. This will be available for download on my gallery. My ID is Thundera Shadow, and it does cost 48,348 simoleons. Now, I did not set anything to, like, I did not set this spot to be residential, this spot to be the business, none of that. I did not set up the business because, as far as I know, that does not go with, like, that does not come off the gallery. You have to still set up the business yourself. And I don't know, I feel like that is sort of a player's preference as to what you want to be set to residential and what you want to be set to the business. And if you want anything set to if you want anything to be set for employees only, like, that's more of a player preference, and I think you guys can choose what you want to do as far as all of that goes. But yeah, so I did not set that up. And as far as what you would want people to do on this lot, I mean, probably I did put in like that cafe thing, so probably like order the coffee, browse and buy items, eat, that sort of stuff. I would think that would be my guess. I haven't really looked at it. I was supposed to build something else, but this just kind of, I don't know, I got the idea and I ran with it. So yeah. But if you saw me with the roof, I pressed, I think it's either Control C or Shift C, I cannot remember the exact key, and it gave me more options to sort of curve the roof a little bit more. And I was really trying to make it a little bit more like the roofing around this part. And I really wanted to be able to put in more bushes and things, so that's what I'm doing now. And I don't know, I just really went with the pink. Now this mailbox, it's from one of the free events that we've had lately. Don't ask me which one, I do not know. But it's from one of those, and I just really liked it. And at first I went with this pink, but I do think I changed it at the end just because of the fact that it didn't go totally with the two like pieces on the top, like on the roofs. So I do believe I changed that, but I don't remember. So we'll have to wait and see. Just looking for a door. And I really do love how this came out. I would really love to try and actually run this. I will say that as far as the candy maker and the ice cream machine, they are upstairs in the apartment. They are not downstairs in the shop. I just really did not have room for it because I was really trying to use these roof pieces, and yeah. So I was really trying to find some fun color stairs as well, but it just wasn't working, so I just went with white. And I'm just going to put them out here so I can like shape them and then put them in. And then comes the fun part of the floor planning process. So we do have that little space for the stairs to get up to the apartment. Then we have the bathroom. And then up here we have like this little hallway. And then just the bathroom, and trying to figure out where I'm going to put a bedroom. I was really hoping to have more than one bedroom, but because I had to shrink it to fit that roof piece, it did not end up being that way. But I really wanted the roof piece, so it was a sacrifice that was necessary. And then just kind of looking at doors, I don't know why, but I really love the Strangerville doors. Like, I use these so much when I'm looking for stuff like this, so yeah. Then I really wanted a door to like the patio part here, but I did not want like a huge door. So I just went with this base game door. And that's going to move later when I start putting other stuff in. But I did want to do a quick save just because I had done a lot on here. So, yeah. And then just kind of looking for windows. Again, I don't know. I really love these Strangerville windows. For me, I know a lot of people won't say this, but for me, Strangerville is a good pack for doors and windows. I just really love it. I've never played the like storyline of it, but I really do love the doors and windows. And I cannot help that. I really just, I don't know what it is. I just really like these doors and windows. Especially when I'm going for like this pink color, because of the fact that it works so well. So well. So, and then just gonna do another quick save because you never know when your game is going to crash. So if you are playing The Sims and you are building or playing or whatever, and you are listening to this video, here's your save reminder. Go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to put out these base game tables with the umbrellas. They are pink as well. Like I said, I used a lot of pink here. A lot of pink. And then these base game chairs were just too good. I have 2 tables with 4 chairs and 2 tables with 2 chairs. I have the two chair tables up front and the other 4, the ones with the 4 in the back. So then I thought about changing the concrete, and I did really like this pink brick, so I think I stuck with it. And then just gonna put out some plants. Gonna put this tree over here, and then I do grab pink trees. Are they the most realistic? Probably not. But you know, I really liked them, and they went with the place. So I do not leave those 2 trees like they are. The pink ones, I do not leave that. But, yeah. And then just going to put in some bushes along the sides. Just to sort of fill it in and everything. And I was thinking of putting, well, also these flower topiary things. I did try to put them, but they do not stay. But I was also thinking about putting the bike rack that we got from the businesses and hobbies debug, I think it is. But I did not end up with a spot to put it. I really just didn't. And then just kind of trying to figure out what to do in this front part. Usually I'd leave all this stuff to the end, but today I was going ahead and doing it. So I did put out these, and I don't remember what pack those are from. And then I just kind of put in some more, like just to bring it to the edge of the lot. And I know that this pink brick is out of place here, but it really felt like it needed to be there. It just really did. And then just kind of trying to figure out about lighting. And this is where I'm noticing that that one tree is kind of clipping into the building. And not in a good way. Really not in a good way. So, just kind of putting in the Dream Home Decorator lights. I do stick with those for the entire apartment. It just felt right. I also was kind of like, after I built this, I was kind of like, I kind of wish I had flipped the aesthetic for the apartment. Like maybe the pink pastel person is the pink pastel is just for the candy shop, and upstairs it's like more of a darker, moodier vibe. I think that would have been fun too, but I really do love how this came out, and I just really love how it fit together and everything. So I do think I did a pretty good job here. And then looking at the pink flooring, there was just really nothing that I wanted for the shop and the house. So I did go with this white one from Eco Lifestyle. I really love this flooring. And then just the pink. This is from one of the kits. I don't know which kit. But it's really, really pretty tile. So I used it for the bathrooms and the kitchen. And then just kind of trying to figure out where else I wanted and where I wanted it. Like as far as everything else goes. Tile first for the bathroom and the kitchen. I thought about pink, but it was a quick no. It really just was. I ended up going with the spade tile. It's this one right here. It's like smaller, like just smaller tile and just stacked a bunch. So I really do like that. And then I went with the pastel pop kit for the walls and everything. The pink and blue was just really good. And I did use the not country kitchen, the cottage living fencing and railing for the stairs. And then just kind of looking, I did use Dream Home Decorator for the bedroom. And then for the rest of the house, or the rest of the apartment, I used this wallpaper from Lovestruck. I really do just think that this place came together so nicely. But going back down the stairs, I knew I wanted the businesses and hobby stuff. So just trying to find it, and I think, trying to remember, I do, yeah, put out a kiosk so you can charge by like the hour or just for them visiting. I know I used this case. I think this is the one that you get from the pre-order bonus stuff. So it's probably not available anymore. Well, I say probably not. It's definitely not available anymore. But yeah. And then that's where I was like, okay, well, let me just go grab a different window. I end up just switching the door with the window because it just looked better. And then I did put a window into the staircase. It just needed it. And then I really wanted the like coffee bar from businesses and hobbies pack. So your sim can like tend it, and I think it only serves like coffee and drinks, I think. I'm not completely certain what all can be served from there, but I do know that your sims can order something from there. So, and then these tables are from high school years. I was trying to figure out, because I did want some seating inside, but there just wasn't much available, so I did decide to go with just 2 tables, 5 seats total. I put out, what chairs? I was thinking about those chairs, but that was a no. I put out these chairs. I think that's from, I'm not certain, Get Together or Parenthood, one of the two, I want to say. So I just kind of did that, and this is where I was like, okay, I just need to move this door. And it fit perfectly between the 2 cases, so yeah. And those 2 cases are like refrigerated, so you can put like your ice cream and your candy in there, and they will last for a bit. So yeah. And then I kind of wanted something on the tables, like some sort of flower or plant or just something. And so I went with these flowers from Base Game. And I did have to like alt place them. So yeah. Just getting the table out of the way was the biggest issue there. It really just was. I do really like those flowers though. And then as far as decorating the walls go, I know that we had these from Tiny Living, these cupcake pictures. And so I put all 3 of those out. I was trying to find other, like, maybe some ice cream pictures or some candy pictures, but apparently we do not have those. So, yeah. I did put out, like, this coffee one above the other case. And then at the front here, I'm trying to remember. I've got the pink and blue filters on, but I don't. I know I put something out, I'm just not certain what I put out. I think one side I might have left blank. Oh, I put out these skateboards because they kind of look like ice cream. And I thought that was pretty cool. I did put out some aprons behind the counter. And then I was really hoping one of those neon signs had ice cream, but I did not find one that did. Then just kind of, just kind of kept looking, and I was like, okay, well, let me just type in ice cream and see what I find. I found the ice cream maker, but that didn't help me any. So honestly, I kind of just gave up and was like, yeah, I'm good. And I did put out this rug as like a welcome mat for the apartment, so that's just a high school rug, and I put it in the pastel color because it was just really pretty. And then as far as this bathroom goes, I put out the sink, the toilet, and then the mirror I actually got from the, I don't remember what it was called, but like the adventure kit, the adventure expansion pack, like the adventure awaits, I think it is. And then toilet paper, I did put out soap, and I did put out a hand towel. I honestly did not feel like going and looking for the paper towels from Get to Work, I think it is. And then just putting in some trash cans. And I was going to put in a changing table as well, because this is definitely somewhere where I think you would probably bring. I know I did not put any high chairs or anything, but I think that this is somewhere. If I could talk today, that would be helpful. I think that this is somewhere where you would bring infants and toddlers. I mean, it's a candy and ice cream shop. So if you want to go ahead and pop in the changing table, I would definitely suggest it. And then just gonna put in some flowers up here. This was a weird hallway. And then just adjusting the windows, because some of them I had a little low. But yeah, we're just gonna start with bathroom, and it's gonna be just about the same, except for this one is gonna have a shower. So yeah, just gonna put in that shower, a toilet, a sink, the same mirror from downstairs. I did use this sink instead though, because I really did like the pink. And then just going to put in the toilet paper. You know, all the stuff that the Sims have to make it look lived in. But yeah, this mirror, I really like it, and it's just at a nice height too. Gonna put in a hand towel, and then a regular towel. And then finding out that the camera just does not want to work with me there. So just going to put in that towel, and then going to put in some curtains. I used, first save. I used mostly high school years curtains though, because of the fact that I really liked the colors that they came in, and they were just really pretty, and yeah. So just going to put in mostly those, and then going to go back, and I really wanted a bigger dining room than what I ended up with, but it did not happen. So I went with these chairs, and I was like, okay, how can I fit this in here? There was no fitting that in. It's 2 chairs, and it's just gonna have to be like that. Like that was really the only thing that was gonna happen there. I don't know why I thought I was gonna get something more. But as far as the counters go, I did put in the Home Chef Hustle ones, and I really do like them. And then I really wanted a pink refrigerator, but when I put in this one, it turned dirty. And I think that that's from like the restoration kit, so I think you're supposed to restore it or what, I don't know. I didn't like it, so I said no thank you. I put out the burglar alarm, I put out the fire alarm, the thermostat. There's not like a true entryway area in this house, there was no room. But yeah, I did put out the sink, and then just looking for curtains, I put these, and that I think is from Parenthood, I think. And then the ice cream machine, the candy machine, I did leave one of the counters open for your Sims to cook. I put out some paper towels. I think that might have been the only clutter I put out up here, just because this kitchen was never going to be that big, and you already have to have 2 spots taken up with the ice cream machine and the candy machine. So yeah. And then just kind of looking for some curtains here. I did put out Dream Home Decorator ones instead of just following with the high school year ones. So that's like the only window that has that type of curtain, but I really do like it, so yeah. And then just going to put out that TV. That is the TV from Tiny Living, but it's also a radio and a bookshelf. So I felt like that was the best use of the space to put out 3 things in one. And then this couch is just perfect. It's like a little small one. I put out I think I put out the rug that I just grabbed. Yeah, this one. It just had the right colors, to be honest, and that I think is from a kit as well. The kits are coming in handy today. I'm just going to put out these plants, and then honestly, just trying to figure out what else I needed in this house besides the bedroom. I put out a painting. It's like a little collage one. It's from the movie Hangout pack. It was really pretty and went with the colors of the room, of the whole place. Now, you will notice I did put out a dumpster earlier. I don't think I actually said anything about putting the dumpster out, but I did put it out. This bed is like right by the wall, so your Sims are not going to be able to woohoo in it. And yeah, the spacing was the issue here. Spacing was the issue. So I did put out a little blue lamp. But if your Sims do want to woohoo, because I don't think that they could do it in the shower either, not this particular one, they might be able to. I don't think that they can though. But you do have the dumpster. It's not the most glorious thing, but you do have that. So, and then just gonna put out that, well, Yeah, no, I used a blue rug. Yeah, this blue rug. Just to tie in some of that blue, really. And then just kind of looking for some sort of artwork, painting, something. Just something to make it all come together, I guess, is the right words. I think I put out, yeah, this, like, Sakura one. Cherry Blossom Tree, whatever you want to call it. I just really liked it. And then over here, I really needed something. You know, just a little something here. I went through a few different things, but I did end up putting a tapestry. I'm just not certain where that... oh, I did find the knives and I put them out. So there is that as well. Your Sims do have the knives. But I put out, yeah, this one. And this is from, I think, Movie Hangout as well. It was just really pretty and it had the colors I needed. And then outside, I actually forgot to put a door to the outside. So I just kind of popped in that one. So yeah. But I really wanted like some planter boxes. I don't think that you can use this stuff as ingredients for like your candy or your ice cream, but I thought that that would be like a fun little thing there to say, hey, they made their own ingredients for like the lime ice cream. They've grown their own limes. You know, we don't have limes in the game, so don't go searching, but like something like that. They grew their own apple tree. They have their own apple tree out back, so they made their own apple ice cream. That sort of stuff. But I was going to say, don't go looking for limes and then come at me. I realized when I said it what was going to happen. But I'm putting out a table, a barbecue grill, all of that. But I thought that would be a fun story to say, hey, they grow their own ingredients. This is organic ice cream and candy. I don't know. I don't know. So we're just going to move on to the terrain paint. And I'm not going to make you watch it all, but I did want to show you that I did change the color to match, just to match a little bit more. And yeah, so that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my other videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.